I've got an important message for you today, okay? So I heard this story that I want to share with you because it really resonated with me, and I heard this story at the summit when I went there, and it stuck with me ever since. And it's the story about the eagle. It's our national bird, right? And so I don't know how much you know about eagles or how much you've studied eagles, but I learned some pretty fascinating stuff that I want to share with you. You see, the eagle, they're not quite sure how long it lives. It might live 40, 50, 60 years. But what they found out actually is the oldest eagles, the older eagles, are actually the strongest ones because they go through a certain process. It's called the molting process. So at some point in life, when it gets to be older, the wings, they get really heavy. They got oil on them, they got dirt on them, they get really heavy, and then they can't fly as well. And then their beaks, and then their talons, they become dull, they become calcified. And so then they can't hunt as well. So what's it supposed to do? So what happens, it goes through this molting process. So the eagles, they soar high up there, they live high up on rock peaks, but it actually has to fly all the way down to the very bottom, to the valleys, to the bottom of the forest, where all of its predators are, where it's the most vulnerable. And it has to go through this process where it actually rips the feathers out of its body. It rips its own feathers out of its own body. It's the most painful process it ever has to go through in its entire life. It rips them all out, about 2/3 from the neck down. And then also, it smashes its beak up against rocks. It smashes them up against rocks to try to bust that calcification off, to get it sharp again. And it busts its talons into rocks. It smashes them up against it. It's the most painful thing it ever has to do. And not all eagles survive this. And it takes 6 months. It's a 6-month process. And during this time, the eagle can't hunt. It can't move. And so there's another eagle. They always find there's always another eagle flying around above it that brings it food, that guards it and protects it. And it's always an older eagle that does it. And you see, once it goes through this process, the wings grow back, the talons are sharp, the beak gets sharp again, and then it's finally able to fly and hunt and actually becomes stronger. It actually becomes a lot stronger. So guys, hey, the message of this is, if you didn't know that story, man, it stuck with me, right? What are some things that may be holding you down? What are some things that may be holding you back, right? And then, hey, going through some of the choose one, lose ones, that's part of the process. You're going to have to lose some things. You're going to have to let go of some things that may be some bad habits, maybe holding you back, weighing you down if you want to be successful, if you want to do some great things. And guys, training for warriors, if you don't, like I had somebody this morning say, hey man, I wish we had a process like that. You do. It's this program. Training for warriors is your molting process, right? Because there's going to be times it's going to be painful, it's going to be long, it's going to be tough. You're not sure if you can make it through, right? But guys, hey, going through this training for warriors system, you're going to become stronger because of it. The older you're getting, the stronger you're getting. Do you know that? Mm-hmm. Right? Do you believe that? And then, hey, the eagle. I'm the eagle soaring up top, helping you guys out. Right? Watching out for you. I'm that eagle. If you're going through that molting process right now, if you've got rough patches in your life, if you've got some low points right now in certain areas, right, and you're going through that. Also, other coaches other students that have been through the process are flying up there helping you out too. So guys, hey, you're not alone. We're going to help you get through this. But man, it was a powerful story that stuck with me. I think about it every day. So make sure, hopefully, that sticks with you and makes you better and inspires you to do some great stuff. All right, so clap it on up today.